Hey guys, it's Anson, and today I'd like to show you a cool project I've been working on. So, I'm sure you guys have heard of ChatGPT, and it's actually based off of a GPT model. And well, I thought, what if I could use this GPT model for my own use? And so then I thought I could make like my own AI assistant. And so I started poking around, and I found out that I would need to use the DaVinci text model, as you can see down here. And so basically how this works is you need to let it know what the conversation is going to be about, and then you give it, a couple of things to go off of. So I started this project in Java, and so I was like, well, what if I can speak to it like a normal AI assistant, and then it thinks, and then it speaks back, kind of like Alexa or Siri, except this would actually be true AI. Because, I mean, that's like what the GPT model is. Basically, it acts like true AI. Because Siri or Alexa just pull stuff off of the internet and they're not really true AI. And so then I found out that I needed to use this OpenAI Java API. And because that's how I could access the actual API. And then I found out that actually asked ChatGPT will be a good speech to text library, and I found out about Google Cloud speech to text, and that also happened to use Java. So as you can see here, this is how I add it to my project, and it's called the pom.xml. It's right here. As you can see, there's the three libraries there, and then down here it shows you basically how to start the project, but I didn't want that. I actually wanted to stream input from a mic, and I didn't want a local file, so I went down here and it said audio stream. So this basically takes what the words you say directly from the mic and just transcribes it into text in the Java program. And so basically in this program I made here, it takes that text and puts it into the where is it? Oh, see, it takes it listens for if I call it by its name or if the last response ended with a question, so it's waiting for a response. And so then it adds a message down here, and then it appends the conversation which you saw earlier, and then it goes down to get response, or actually up here, and it prompts the conversation, specifies the model, which would be the text DaVinci model, and then these settings are actually like normal chat, or the default chat settings that was on the playground here. So yeah, it's just you can play around with this for yourself. Um, so then in here, then it gets the request. It's called a completion request. It gets the response and then adds it to the conversation. It prints everything out and then speaks it back to you. And then when it speaks back to you, it uses the text to speech API also from Google Cloud, and then uh, or it puts it into a file. But I made it a British voice because I thought it would fit James, because it's JamesGPT. Yeah, as you can see, I let it know its name was James. Um, and then it was built in Java stuff. You need to play the file back. Um, yeah, so that's basically how the code works. So up here is the text to speech, which is also pretty similar. I mean, it's simple because this is all you need basically to get started. And then so I thought, well, what if I don't want to rely on these third-party, or well, I guess uh, cloud libraries? So then I asked ChatGPT again, and where are some good offline libraries, and I found out about this deep speech, which is made by Mozilla. Well, then I found out that apparently this is like discontinued because I mean I guess the last edit was kind of a while ago, but a little while ago. So then I found out about this Kokui AI, and Yeah, I've been trying to figure it out, and I haven't quite figured out how to use this yet because I need to apparently build these library source from the source code. I need to build it, and somehow I can use a Java API from this. I just still haven't figured it out, but I should be able to figure that out soon. And so yeah, it happened to be that this all three of these libraries had Java in common because not all libraries have support all programming languages. So then I was able to use Java, and I'm familiar with Java, so that was nice. And this layout, I got this, or kind of followed another YouTuber for this layout. Um, up here, I guess this I made myself, but this general code I had to get from the documentation on the speech to text API, because of course, you'd have to really know the API to be able to do this. But I had this, and then this like layout, and this was I followed the other YouTuber on, and basically the first time I set this up, the basic layout, I ran it and it worked, and obviously I fine-tuned it with specifying it needs to be you need call by its name and if the last response ends with a question, and so I guess I can run it. Um, yeah, plays a little startup sound.
Hi there, I am James, your AI assistant created by AC Clash. I'm here to help with any inquiries you may have.
James, what is 2 plus 2?
2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Is there anything else I can help you with?
What is YouTube?
YouTube is a video sharing website where users can watch, upload, and share videos. It is the world's most visited website and was founded in 2005. It is owned by Google.
So as you can see, it's not the best because it does take a little while to respond and stuff like that, and sometimes it takes a while for these transcriptions to finalize and weird stuff like that. But that's also why I wanted to use this API right here, which hopefully eventually you can figure out. And this you can even train yourself too. And I also noticed in the Java for the opening API, you can actually fine tune it yourself. So basically, kind of like train it yourself too, which is pretty cool. I couldn't really figure out how to do that quite yet, and there's actually support for making an image, like image generation, and so you need to create an image request, it's called, and it's not really an easy way to do this with just speaking to it, and I was going to try to train it to maybe take the information you speak and create an image request out of it, but that got to be pretty complicated, so I may or may not do that. But yeah, this stuff is pretty interesting, and it kind of shows you what the GPT is capable of, GPT model. And so hoping to be able to figure this out because that'd be really cool because it could be fully offline and not have to rely on the Google Cloud and stuff like that, and be like a full AI offline, which would be pretty cool. Um, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Looking forward to the future. I also heard that the ChatGPT API is coming uh, soon, so that will make this even better because this is the what I'm using right here is the basic um, model that's not trained as much as ChatGPT because ChatGPT is basically fed a ton of data, and so it'd be obviously a lot better if I had ChatGPT. So yeah, I look forward to that, and I'll probably make another video with an improved version of this. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. And so maybe leave a like and see you in the next video.